your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, it's a very warm day across central Illinois. Clouds moving in, a little bit of rain showing up as well. Active week is ahead. We have caught rain, freezing rain, snow in the forecast, but it has been nice the past couple of days with these temperatures. Now back down to the upper 50s, Champaign, Springfield, 61 still in Effingham. If you're heading out about through this evening again, you may find some rain, but definitely a lot of cloud cover moving in, and the temperatures tumbling. Big story. Snow coming later this week. We'll track it, let you know the latest on how much coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
They were two prominent members of one community. Now people are paying their respects after they were killed last week.
Plus, there's a deadly shooting in Champaign. What police are saying about the investigation.
And you probably have a plan for what to do in a tornado or flood. But what about an earthquake? Well, you might want to make one.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
The service itself was very casual, down to earth, and
it's a day of remembrances and goodbyes for a couple that meant so much to a community. Visitation for former Springfield Mayor Frank Edwards and Sangamon County Coroner Cinda Edwards is underway. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Both died in a plane crash last week. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey is live at the Visitation. So, Cole, tell us about what you see there.
Well, the turnout here at Westside Christian Church in Springfield is massive, but that is no surprise. This visitation is giving the Springfield community an opportunity to pay their respects to two people that gave so much of their lives to serving them. The Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, the Springfield Police Department, the Springfield Fire Department, and veterans from all three all came out to pay their respects to two of their colleagues.
I knew both of them fairly well, and they were both good people. The service itself was very casual, down to earth, and a lot of people are here from really all over the country. I've seen a lot of retired people and people that work with them, and it's really a nice service.
The visitation today will continue until 8 p.m. Then the service will be held tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And a service will also be held for John Evans, who is the other person in the plane crash with Frank and Cinda. That will take place this Wednesday. Jennifer.
All right, Cole, thank you so much. New tonight at 5, a man is dead after getting shot early this morning. It happened near Mariner Way and Bluegrass Lane in Champaign around 3 a.m. The coroner says 33-year-old Ryan Allen Davis was taken to the hospital where he died a few hours later. Police are looking for 33-year-old DeAndre Miller. He's wanted for murder. They say he drove away after shooting Allen Davis. If you have any information, call Champaign Police.
Police are investigating after a mom in Decatur left her 1-, 4-, and 5-year-old children at home alone. Happened near Eastwood and South 20th Streets. Police got a report the children didn't have adult supervision. They called the grandmother. She said she understood the mother's 15-year-old niece was supposed to be watching the kids. The mother told police she was away in Springfield and did not know her niece was no longer watching the kids. The niece told police she was never asked to watch the kids. The children were put in their grandmother's care. DCFS was called. Rantoul police are searching for a suspect they say robbed a Verizon store. It happened on East Champaign Avenue near South Century Boulevard. Police say a man walked in, showed a gun, and took the employee to the storage room. That employee was forced to open the safe and put everything in a bag. The suspect left with iPhones, iPads, and Samsung Galaxy phones. If you have any information, you're asked to call Rantoul Police or Crime Stoppers.
When you call 911, you expect the EMTs to give you what you need to save your life. But in one county, that's not happening anymore. The Northern Edgar County Ambulance Service is now limited on the types of drugs they can use. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in the newsroom. So, Courtney, why is this happening?
Well, Jennifer, it's because the classifications of EMTs statewide are changing so they can match national standards. And so workers will need more training to legally administer some of the drugs they can use on patients. That means Northern Edgar County EMTs won't be able to use cardiac or respiratory drugs. For example, they can't use CPAP, which forces air into someone's lungs to help them breathe. Also for heart patients, they won't be able to interpret cardiac rhythm anymore. This is important, especially for rural areas, because of how long ambulance rides can take. The state decided to change things because now, if an EMT moves to a different state, they can keep doing the same things they were before. Paramedics with Northern Edgar County Ambulance are working on getting the new classification, but when I talked to them today, they said they didn't know how long that might take. It could be April at the earliest. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Courtney, thank you so much. Now, I'm sure you at home are wondering, okay, how is this going to affect where I live? The change is affecting all ambulance services that used to operate as intermediate. To check and see what classification the service in your area has, you should give them a call. Tonight, Urbana is talking about overhauling its liquor code, including changing the bar entry age to 19. There would be some exceptions to the rule. Teenagers between the ages of 14 and 18 would be allowed to stick around without a parent or guardian if the bar is hosting a show that's open to all ages. But they would have to leave within an hour of the show ending.
In other news now, Illinois is a full month into recreational marijuana sales. Total purchases across the state in January reached nearly $40 million. WCIA 3's Karina Rubio is here. So, Karina, we have heard every few days that a lot of money has been made from marijuana sales. But one thing we haven't heard of is where are these customers coming from?
Well, Paul, Governor Pritzker says nearly a quarter of total sales were to customers coming from out of state. He says adult use of recreational pot not only promotes social equity, but also lets the state collect more tax revenue from people in Wisconsin, Missouri, Iowa, and Indiana. Pritzker says with the lack of legal access there, people are bound to make the trip to Illinois. Now, there are obviously legal risks with people making the trip across state lines with pot, and CMW Media, which is a marijuana marketing and PR company, says these situations sometimes pressure states where pot is prohibited into legalizing it. Back to you.
Yeah, certainly a big tourism sale for Illinois. Karina, thanks. Well, marijuana sales to people in Illinois totaled around $30.6 million. Purchases by people coming from out of state totaled, as you would expect, $8.6 million.
School might be out for some students tomorrow, and this time it has nothing to do with the weather.
Plus, you can look at a forecast, of course, to see if bad weather is coming, but not with an earthquake. You can be ready when one hits.